How's it going, guys? Right, so channel update, I suppose. Started off with the old mini. Well, I started off on a little snap-taking drone, decent drone for a little camera, beginner's quad. There's a video on the channel somewhere. Yeah, progressed onto the DJI Mini 2. Good drone, you know what I mean? You can fly for miles. You can get some really nice footage. There's plenty of videos on the channel. There's more coming soon. That I've got, and also there's a really good video actually. I need to upload it of me nearly wiping out the DJI and losing it in a river. So I'll be putting that up soon. But yeah, basically me and my friend have been flying these for a while. He got bored and sold his, so we've done away with the DJIs, so that can go back in there, and that can just go here for now. Well, then I moved. Basically what I've been doing is flying FPV. I started on a sim and I was flying around with this little thing for a bit. Meteor 65 Pro. It's an ELRS drone. Yeah, decent little thing. It's a whoop, so it's lightweight, very lightweight. Problem with it though, if you want to do freestyle, which is what I like to do, it's not the best drone for that really. If you take it outside, you've got to make sure. Yeah, so if you want to fly this little thing outside, don't take it out in wind. My one, I was flying it okay. I crashed it a few times, don't get me wrong, but I was flying it fine. But a big gust of wind took it and just blew it straight into some trees. I was flying forwards away from the trees, and the wind was so strong, it just straight into the branches. It got stuck. I managed to get it to fall down, but when it fell, it damaged, I think, one of the ESCs on the board. A new board is expensive. It's like £54, and the drone only costs like £89. So I just thought, sod this drone, so that's going over there. Yeah, so basically I was using these goggles. Very basic BetaFPV's VR02 goggles. As you can see though, they don't look like the original ones because I wear glasses and they don't fit over glasses, and I tried wearing them without glasses, but sadly I couldn't really see. So I was basically squinting through the goggles. It was really unpleasant. So I just made this out. It's very basic. Cardboard, tape, and I use the original foam padding. I had to cut it up a little bit to make it fit, but it fits my head okay. But these are temporary for the time. These are just for the time being. I've got a pair of Sky Zone Cobra X V2 goggles coming. They're like the best box goggles you can get really, and because I wear glasses, I'm a bit limited in what I can get in terms of goggles, and I don't particularly want to have to go out and get custom made diopters and all this sort of nonsense off the internet. So I'll try these the Sky Zone ones out and see if I like them. If I don't, I'll have to upgrade to probably, end up upgrading to HD anyway, but might get a set of HD goggles in the near future with obviously the camera setup to go with it. Yeah, so basically now I've got this new controller here. It's a BetaFPV Lite Radio 3 Pro. It's in ELRS, so obviously most people know what that is if you fly drones. If you don't fly drones, basically it's just a very good new sort of technology that's just come out, receiver technology, and you can get some excellent range. I'm talking not quite like DJI, Mini 2 range, but you will get, a good range. You'll never run out of range. The battery will run out before your drone runs out, so, and you can fly it indoors, generally through, walls and stuff. I'm not saying 2 meters of concrete, but you can definitely get a lot stronger signal for your drone pretty much. So I decided just to buy ELRS from the get-go because I did a lot of research into it. Stayed away from the old analog, D8, D16 type protocol drones, I'm going to stick to the LRS going forward as well, probably. I doubt I'll be getting anything that isn't ELRS, and even if it isn't, it'll get modified very quickly to be ELRS. It's not that hard to solder onto the board. Oh yeah, okay, right, this is the new drone. So I've broken one, I've given up on the other, but I've got this here now. It's the Darwin it's the DarwinFPV Tiny Ape Freestyle. There's going to be a little picture montage. I went out in the sun and took some photos of it. But yeah, it's dinky. This is my hand. You know, it's tiny. It's basically the same sort of size. I think it's smaller than a Tiny Hawk 2. I think my friend's got a Tiny Hawk 2, but he's not here. He's in Spain, so I can't compare the two. Right, so yeah, so far I've flown it once, only because I'm a donut, and I bought myself some batteries for the drone. They're the correct batteries, of course. That's not the right charger though. That's an XT60. They're XT30. So I've got a cable on the way which you can use to switch it over to the right one. So that'll be here by Monday. So hopefully I can actually start getting outside and getting some footage. The goggles will be here too, the new goggles. The SkyZone Cobra have built-in DVR, which is excellent because I want to start putting my flights up on YouTube and Facebook. Yeah, the drone itself actually did come with I couldn't get the drone by itself. I had to buy it with the run cam thumb combo off Banggood, because just the drone itself is out of stock pretty much everywhere. But to be fair, it's a bit of an odd design. You can't fit this big battery on the 450 milliamp batteries with the camera, because the length of the length of the drone and the length of the battery, they're pretty much identical. You can't even smush it back and try. I was going to build a little bracket maybe that came from these two little screws here all the way forward, and then maybe mounting it right here, but sadly the batteries are just bulky, you know. But the thing is though, they recommend you run a 380 3S battery if you want to fly with the camera, but you've got to mess about on Betaflight with the settings with the motors, and it can burn out your motors if you don't do that. So I'm basically sticking to 2S. So I'm not going to bother until I decide to solder off, desolder the motors on this and upgrade it to bigger motors. Then I might start running 3S through it, but I want bigger motors to compensate for the for the bigger battery, because if you try running these Tiny Ape Freestyles with 3S batteries without doing anything in Betaflight, you can essentially break your motors. They'll burn them out, and that's a known problem. It's actually on the DarwinFPV site. If you read through their actual page for this particular drone, there's a warning on there clear as day to say that running 3S may burn out your motors. So yeah, there's a way around it, but you've got to turn the power down in Betaflight to 80%. So there's no point in running 3S, because you're essentially running 2S, because you're taking away 20% of the power anyway. So I just don't see the point. So I'm just going to stick to these 2S the batteries for now. But the thing is, I can't really film with the thumb, which is a shame. It's because it's a better camera than the Runcam Nano 4 that comes with this with this little drone. But the DVR footage on these Cobras are pretty good, so I'm hoping it'll do. You can get an idea of my flight skills, and where we're flying and what we're getting up to. If I feel that the camera on the drone isn't cutting it, I will find a way. I will find a way of getting that thumb fitted and working, even if I have to buy a slightly smaller 2S battery and just do like 2-minute rips or 1 minute 30-second rips just to get a bit of footage. Well, nice footage anyway. Yeah, so guys, stay tuned. Yeah, sorry for ranting and rabbling. I'm going to try and edit the video as best I can. Yeah, it's all going good. You know what I mean? I'm enjoying it. I've got a lot of flight practice in on the sim. You know, I flew this today and I didn't crash it. I landed it a bit bonky, don't get me wrong. It didn't land on the mat that I wanted it to land on, but I didn't smash it into the ground at like 40 mile an hour like I was doing when I first got the Meteor 65. So yeah, it's all going okay. Right, I'll keep you guys updated. I'll be uploading a video shortly of these new goggles that turn up on Monday. And also, once the goggles are here and I've got my charger cable, there's no stopping us. We're going to be out pretty much every day now until the sun's gone, because, you know, make the most of it and all that. Wear a hat even if it's too sunny, you know what I mean? Yeah, so yeah, keep an eye out, guys. Please, you know, feel free to like, subscribe, and everything. Comment, you know, if you want to comment, obviously, and ask questions. If you got any questions, I don't claim to be the most knowledgeable person in the world, but I've done lots of research into, well, whichever hobby I'm into. I just research everything. So if you've got any questions about this particular drone, maybe, you know, if you've got any soldering questions, I can try and help you. You know, I've got a bit of soldering experience. Yeah. Shame I can't go out and fly though, isn't it? If you look outside, look outside. That's sunshine, and there's like zero wind, and I'm stuck indoors with a drone, which is, you know, it's pretty. But she's an ornament until the cable turns up. Right, take care, guys. See you on the next one.